Right, I've got a couple of errands to run today, and I thought I would take you guys along with me. First and foremost, this car goes back tomorrow, and as somebody that kind of likes to have a little bit of pride in things, I'm taking it to get it cleaned so that it goes back in tip-top condition. But doing that, I need to go get some cash, clean it, take it to the local place to get it done. Just needs done on the outside. The inside is spotless. And then I've got a couple of other things that I thought I would pick up on. So we're out in the car. This is like my last time driving this thing before it goes back, and I'm happy to share with you I haven't damaged any wheels since I had it fixed. Oh, there's the police just pulling over some van. Oh dear. It's a bit of a grey day outside. Oh, look at the traffic down here. What is going on now? There's always something. Have you noticed just the general state of the roads these days? I mean, where does all of our money go? Road tax, fuel tax, tax to oblivion. And yet, I cannot tell you how many times they have had to fix the end of this road due to the condition that it's in. And they come and they basically just stick a bit of tar in it and it freezes over. And about a month later, it's destroyed again. Do we ever just fix things to a decent standard? Why is everything always like sticky plaster? It's always a sticky plaster, isn't it? Just slap a bit of tar in it. When we get down here, you'll see how many people are here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys to fix a hole, which is about the size of my head, which is constantly in this road. Northampton actually had a guy called Mr. Pothole, and I think he used to put pot noodles into the holes. That's a true story, Mr. Pothole. He's just recently retired. I'll see when I get home and I'm editing this if I can find an article about it, and I'll stick it up on the screen somewhere here. But I'm sure his name's Mr. Pothole. But look, whole road is closed once again just to entertain the patchwork repair of a Northampton road. I need to go to the cash machine, and also just another thing that sticks in my head is I can never remember my PIN numbers to anything. I have one of these secure apps on my phone which is designed to allow you to kind of store bank card information, credit card information, all those kind of things, and see the number of times that I have to get that thing out when I'm in the supermarket because I cannot remember PIN codes. These are the things I think about when I have to go run errands like this. Like, what am I going to do? Get some cash. How do you get cash? Cash machine. How do you get cash out of the cash machine? 4-digit PIN number. One of God knows how many I'm trying to remember. What is this going to be like when I'm like 60? Yvonne and I often joke, right? Do you remember Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon when they first started doing the Osbournes on MTV? Do you remember that, right? And we used to watch it and we would laugh at Ozzy, like how useless he was, how much he had forgotten through drink and all of his other excesses. And Sharon was always the one that was like, come on, Ozzy, come and get your tea. Oh, stop that, Ozzy. Leave that TV channel alone. What Yvonne and I joke at with that is that we are both Ozzy. So who is Sharon in the relationship? Who's the one that's keeping us on the straight and narrow? Yvonne's wandering about the house. She's got the dropsies just now. She's just smashed the salt and pepper shakers last night. Right, check how many guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, right? But I'll be able to. How many of these dudes are there? Just look at the chaos here, just to fix one pothole. Back to Ozzy and Sharon. Yeah, so Yvonne smashed what's wrong with my face today? Smashed the salt shaker last night on the floor, glass everywhere, salt everywhere. And today she's dropped a few things around. So she's doing the Aussie dropsies and I just can't remember anything. So we're both Aussie. There is no Sharon. And that's when we're in our late 40s. What happens when we're in our 60s and 70s? Oh God, I dread to think. Two of us are just going to be wandering around banging into things. And anyway, it's a story for another day. I'm going to kind of miss this car. But I'm also not going to miss it because it's just felt like it's had one thing after another go wrong with it recently. Mainly just technology things inside it. The Apple AirPlay doesn't work. The reverse cameras stopped working. One of the sensors on the front says it's permanently got dirt inside it, which it hasn't. But it only has to go back tomorrow with no warning light on it. So I think I can manage that so far, just no warning lights. Meanwhile, everything else looks okay, which is at least something. This is the nearest cash machine to us, where I'm off to here. Do you know what they've got here? One of those old style car wash, you know, the thing with the brushes that come down. That used to terrify the life out of me when I was a kid. Not so much now, but I just wouldn't use it. They're just not good for your car, are they? Look, there's a scooter sitting here. Scooter! Yeah! Right. First things first. Get the cash, get the cash. I know I'm supposed to be saving money, right? And coming to the bank to get money to clean the car isn't saving money. However, sometimes you got to work smart, not hard, right? Besides, I'm fueling the local dodgy economy, probably. A little cash in hand number. I'm talking to myself at the cash machine here. People think I'm weird. All right. Cash secured. Okay, let's get out of here. I didn't ask the radio to turn on. Do you know, when I first started driving, my dad always said to me, "Never get an automatic, son. Always stick to driving a manual." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, when they break down, you won't be able to shove it and give it a jump start." How many times have you had to jump start cars in the last 20 years? None. That's how many. So I drive an automatic because I'm lazy. But here's a question. If you do drive an automatic, and you have done for a while, see when you go back to driving a manual, can you remember what to do? I had to pick up a manual drive car recently, and honestly I sat in the seat for about 5 minutes just thinking to myself, where do my feet go? What do you press? It had probably been a good 4 or 5 years since I'd last driven a manual. So again, just demonstrating the Aussie and Sharon thing. Terrifying. Now, I have another errand that I need to run here that I'm slightly dreading, and that is I need to go into the gym and cancel our memberships because we need to save money and that is expensive, and we're coming into the summer months, and I know when I come into the summer months I can just go outside, or I've got a couple of weights that I can lift, so I can kind of do all that then. So it feels like saving the money on the gym membership. Now, fortunately, as fortuitous as I was, I set the gym membership up as a monthly rolling contract for exactly this reason. So for a couple of extra quid that I spent per month of the membership, it means that I can now walk in here and say, hiya, I'd like to cancel my membership, please. Hopefully deal with this without any major hassles or grief. Because nobody wants that, do they? These are just all the kind of like life tasks that people just absolutely hate and dread. And for me, these kind of tasks are the things that I would put to the very bottom of a list and make me think about them for weeks on end before I actually got round to doing anything about them, because just small problems like this, I work on an avoidance situation rather than deal with that right away. Right. Meanwhile, big tasks, big things, big projects, I'm on it. I'm very good at that. It's the small detailed stuff I kind of suck at. Of course, the rain is on the day that I want to get the car cleaned, just because why not, right? It's been relatively clear skies for the last God knows how many days. Grey, but clear. And now today that I want to get this bad boy washed before tomorrow, oh, well, it's raining. Right, let me pop in here and deal with this. I'll be back in a few minutes. Right. Off through the car park. Let's see. Pizza Hut right next door to the gym. Like, you honestly can't make it up. I'm pretty sure Pizza Hut pumps out the smell of pizzas and bread in order to make you feel like you want to be a fatty on the way into the gym. And trust me, it works. It's used to be a great pub, and it's closed down, gone bust. Right, well, here we are. Northampton Gym. Let's go upstairs. So, you talk us something, Jane. Talking to James. So, yeah. Hey, can I use just cancel these memberships? If I could just get you to just take a seat by them. Sure. No, awesome. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Have a good day. You too. sometimes your expectations of dealing with things are much worse than reality, right? That was Russ at the gym. Seemed like a nice guy. How long was that? A couple of minutes? We're out of here and on to task 2. You just missed the rain, ladies. It was pouring with rain 2 minutes ago, so yeah. I know. I came here and I thought, I'm going to go and get the car washed. And as I drove around, I was like, oh, of course it's raining today. It's decided to rain. But in the time that I've gone in there and came back out, it's gone. So enjoy the sunshine. See you later. Oh, a couple of lovely ladies they were. Sunshine is out. Right, let's go and get this thing dealt with now. But there's a bit of pride to be done, isn't there? Little bit of pride, little bit of pride. Just needs a wee clean up here and there. Oh, the back of it's disgusting. Look at that. So that wasn't too bad. That was the gym membership cancelled. Russ, how long was I in there for? A couple of minutes. That's how much I build things up in my brain sometimes, where I think something is going to take forever. And then it literally takes 5 minutes. Classic John, absolute classic. Just dust cover off because I don't want the cleaner guy to freak out thinking I'm like trying to video record him. Like I'm trying to do some undercover op sting on car washes. But task 1 done. Well, is that task 2? Task 2? Because really going to the cash machine was the other one. Why does the radio keep coming on? Why does the windscreen wipers come on? Oh yeah, because it was raining. Let's now go get the car cleaned. Don't know where he wants me to go. He seems super active, these lads. All right. This probably won't be as dramatic as going in the rollers thing, but gets it clean, hand it back tomorrow, feel a little bit of pride. Feel a little bit of pride in getting it done. Something about just handing things back as you got them in the first place that kind of sticks with me. Do you know, that must run in the family, right? Because my dad was a super clean, tidy, always looked after himself kind of a man. And when I think about my brother's always been a very tidy person as well. Very clean orientated. Is that like, we've probably all got OCD. Oh God, did you see that? That was one of those moments where you just realise something that you hadn't quite thought about before and then it dawns on you. That was it. We've probably all got OCD. ADHD and OCD, aren't they just the perfect blend? Anyway, talked about that enough in other videos. But I'll say this, see when my dad passed away, he had a Vauxhall Astra that he absolutely loved. And he had it for about 20 years. And when he passed away, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't feel like it was going to be worth that much, the car, because I just knew it had a couple of issues. But my brother took it and he sent me pictures and he'd done a valet on it, kind of what I'm getting done now, but a real valet because he takes pride in those kind of things. And he sent me pictures and honestly it looked like a different car and he few little things that were niggling on it. He got it fixed and he sold it to a family. And I could just tell that that was my brother doing kind of that one last great act for our dad, to have some pride in that vehicle and pass it on to somebody else that would need that car for a while. It's just me passing this car back to now be without a vehicle, but hey ho. Yeah, so he sold that car, and the money, I think, has gone into the pot between me, my brother and sister, and my niece. Still yet to be sorted, but that's also another story. But again, just having that kind of pride and looking after things, keeping things clean, that runs in the family. I'll tell you what, these boys, I mean, I know they weren't working when I drove up, but there's a couple of cars behind me now, and they work for their money, don't they? I'll say that. These boys graft for their money. The last car I had that was going back over 3 years ago, I got it cleaned a couple of days before the leasing company came to collect it. And when the guy came out, he was like, you're supposed to get it valeted. I was like, mate, do one. It was done 2 days ago. Like, it's clean. I see these people. So they're coming tomorrow. I'll let you know at the weekend what they've said and if the car's gone back without issues. Oh, I don't need that. This is a Volvo XC60. Apart from the issues, which the guy in the garage the other week there when I was getting the MOT told me was ex-Volvo and knew all about them, particularly the CarPlay thing. But apart from that, the actual main mechanics of it, apart from the software issues, have been good. It's been reliable. I would have one. I just don't have the money to now have one. But it's just the highs and lows of life, isn't it? Roll with the punches, as one of my other videos said. Roll with the punches. 1 minute you're up, the next you might be down, but who knows where that goes after that, so. I know normally in my videos they're filled with like very specific content, but today's just a bit of real life. If you're wondering. Good, thanks, man.
You want inside?
No, just the outside's fine. Thanks, buddy. I was honestly wondering what was happening there. Thought I was getting jet washed for a second. Like, mate, the dash doesn't need jet washed. If you're wondering where we're at right now, this is over to my left, which you can't see on the camera. Who's Northampton? Northampton Footy Club. And let me just put that back up. I think it said a tenner, but let's see. If it's a tenner, I'll give him a wee tip. Because I appreciate the work. Oh, I don't know if she's going to just dry it off for me quickly. Looks like it. Hey, how's it going?
Just outside,
Yeah, just the outside, please. Thank you. You can see the steam coming off the engine, mainly because I'm sitting idling right now. I should have just stopped the engine, but I didn't. I now need to make sure I take everything out of this car that's mine. What I mean by that is like charging cables, SIM cards, all of those kind of things. Don't forget them, John. It's like a mental reminder to myself. Any money, the guy tomorrow though, when he comes to pick it up, will have something to say. I think it's their job to find something to say. I'm telling you that story as well about my brother having the pride in cleaning the car and how we've all got probably OCD. Yeah, I am not cleaning the car. I had planned to, but just figured, let's just go and get it done and get back and get on with my day. Although I don't know what that is. Getting on with my day is edit this video, feed the swans, have a coffee, have some dinner. See, when I'm doing all these kind of tasks, I often wonder to myself, how did I do all of this when I was working? Because I never felt like I had the time. Tell you what, this must make a few quid, this little place. I meant to say, I think I was just trying to tell you, we're at Northampton Football Ground. The Cobblers, their half-built stand, we're in their car park, so they've obviously leased a little spot from it. It's been here for years, as long as I've lived in Northampton, so 13 years. So it must do a roaring little business. I'm sure the people have probably changed, but the money keeps going. They'll be thinking I'm trying to do like an undercover sting, I'm telling you. They're looking at me shadily because they're like, this guy's got a camera in his car. He's videoing us.
What's your name?
What's my name? John.
John. Okay. Let me speak with the boss because say something to not pay or
Me? To not pay? No, definitely not.
no?
No.
You say to me for Ross.
No, I'm not Ross. Definitely not.
Okay, it's time for you.
It's 10. There you go. There's 15. You keep the change.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm telling you, I think they think I'm an undercover cop. Oh, nearly had a crash because somebody's pulled into the back of me. I'm telling you, they think I was like an undercover bloody agent or something. I could have got that for free. I just had to say, oh, it's Ross. You know, my dad always used to say to me, oh, better to be honest, son. And I've lived by that, too bloody honest. That would have been 15 quid saved. In fairness, it was a tenner. Giving her a £5 tip because I appreciate the work. Well, if this was the last trip out, so be it. Thanks, Volvo. You're giving me a few things to take care of, but I appreciate you. That is snowy hail. Is that a thing? It's mid-March. It's mid-March and it's snowing and it's raining and it's hailing. The sensor still says it's dirty and needs cleaned. I think I can tell a problem when I see it. There's so many cones, trying to pay attention to how many cones there are. I've never been a singer, by the way, just in case you were wondering. I've got a voice like a 50-year-old chain smoker. It's probably a gift from my mother. All right. The swans and the geese will need to wait for their bread today. I'm not going out in that. But was sunny earlier, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Passing shower. All right, well, I'm home. The car is cleaned. It's parked on the drive. And that is it. Well, 3 tasks taken care of that I was kinda couldn't be bothered with. So money, gym membership cancelled, the car is cleaned, and those are my tasks for Thursday. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with some different content. Leave me a note in the comments if you've found this interesting in any way. We'll catch you on tomorrow's video. Thanks for the help, love.